A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back in the Jolly Friends Sports Club Society Premier League this time. So it is the Navjivan Warriors up against the Avighna All Stars, and the Navjivan Warriors batting first here. Already off to a fast start, a boundary for Abhishek. 5 deliveries into this game, a couple of buys as well of the third delivery. Starting off with the left arm pacer Manish. This time nicely defended. So a decent over in the end for the All Stars at the end of the first. It is 6 without a wicket. So they have opted to go with Preet Rathore now in the second over. Just the 6 on the board after the first over. And the Navjivan Warriors are off to a decent start here. We saw an excellent century here at the Khalsa Cricket Ground yesterday, although it was in the Dutch Super Cup. And we will be hoping to see something similar in this one too. Preet Rathore coming around the wicket, an excellent delivery to start with, just past the outside edge, and a dot delivery. This time it's picked up on the offside. There is a man out there in the deep, but it will beat him, and a boundary for both the openers now. An excellent shot, that one through the offside. A boundary this time for Ronak, just off his second delivery. This time nudging that one on the leg side, and it's beaten. The fielder has it. The fielder gets around eventually, and they come back for the second comfortably. Given as leg buys by the umpire. So Preet, who bowled an excellent delivery first up, concedes 6 in the next two. Once again, a big swing and a miss, very close to finding the outside edge. The batter wanting to go full Monty on that one too. This time should be given as a wide down the leg side, and it's beaten the wicket keeper too. So that will be 5 free runs for the batting side here. The Navjivan Warriors will take those. And the scoreboard will just move ahead further on. This time not quite able to middle that one. They're getting across for a quick single, and they make it in the end. A bit risky. So that closes out the second over. In fact, there's one more left because of the wide. And for the first time, Abhishek will be on strike in this over. So both the openers getting a boundary in, and also the Navjivan Warriors getting a boundary of wides too. And a decent start this one for the batting side. Once again, a swing and a miss. So an decent over in the end for the Navjivan Warriors. At the end of the second now, it is 18 without a wicket. So Manish coming around the wicket to the right-hander, and straight away it's picked up, and this time he cannot beat the fielder at long on. He did exactly the same in the very first over. He got a boundary of it, but this time he's been held out there by the fielder, and Ankit taking the catch and the first breakthrough here for the All-Stars. Ronak will have to take the long walk back to the pavilion. 18 for 1 now after 2.1 overs, and Manish getting the breakthrough. So Rahul comes in at the crease, coming in here at number 3. So the left arm pacer up against the left hander now. And the left hand right hand combination for the Navjivan Warriors. And they will be hoping that will work in their favor. And a perfect delivery straight up on the very first. And a dot delivery. So putting some pressure on the new batter straight away. time he's found the gap on the offside. There's a big one, but there is a fielder out there in the deep, and another single taken. So trying to keep the scoreboard ticking at the moment, and Rahul gets off the mark of his second delivery. He's picked that one up, and he's picked that one deliciously. That's gone all the way. That's the first six of the innings. A superb strike inside out. That is some power there. Superbly hit that one. And so far, definitely the shot of the day. Abhishek dealing in boundaries. He's got a 4 and a 6 to his name in his 8 deliveries. And for the first time, he takes the single in, nudging it on the leg side. Never easy hitting a 6 through the offside. Playing that one inside out over the fielders at cover. And that will make him feel much better after those series of dot deliveries. So Rahul back on strike for the final delivery of the over. And once again nudged on the leg side and smartly played for another single. So 9 runs coming off that over at the end of the third. Now it is 27 for 1. So Preet Rathod will continue now into this fourth, and he will come around the wicket to the left-hander Rahul. Still inside this power play. And that's a wayward wide down the leg side. Well, that is what happens when the right hand left hand combination comes in. The bowler fumbles. And he's fumbled very badly there. Good piece of wicket keeping there. He's done well to stop that one. He's already given away 5 wides once, and this time he stops that one, saving a certain boundary. He's picked this one up, Rahul, and it's gone all the way. It's deposited. Another maximum. That's the second 6 of the innings. And this time a 6 for Rahul. And an unusual kind of a signal by the umpire. But it's in the end signaled as a 6. And going at a very good rate at the moment. The projected score of 215. If they get anywhere close to that, they will be very happy, the Navjivan Warriors. This time a slight inside edge and wanting to take that single, but rightly sent back by Abhishek. This time a much better delivery, that one. So a good comeback after being hit for a 6. And once again a wide down the leg side. So struggling a bit up against the left-hand batter. This time tucked on the offside. And another single taken. That's a shorter length, a back of a length delivery. Superbly bowled. Well, he's enjoying himself up against the right-hander, but not so against the left-hander. Very close to finding the outside edge. So just the one more delivery left now in this over. 9 coming off it already. And he's tried to hit that one on the offside, missed out. So a couple of dots to end the over at the end of the fourth. Now it is 36 for 1 for the Navjivan Warriors. So Manish continuing here, the man who's taken the breakthrough and chipped in the air, and it will fall short of the fielder there. Well, he's picked the gap perfectly, but not sure if he intended to hit it in that region in the air. So once again, Manish coming around the wicket to the right hander now. And he's bowled right on the pads. A mix up, and the fielder couldn't quite collect that one on time. Had he collected that one at the first go, it would have been curtains for one of the two, for sure. A total mix up out there. Both of them were at the same end for a second. And a bit of a misfield allows them to get across. Once again punched down the ground. This time just past the outside edge. A big appeal by the wicket keeper, but nobody else interested. This time a big wanting to swing, decided against it and given as a wide, rightly so by the umpire, very wide of the tram line too. Well, just the three of the over so far. This time the ball skidding through, keeping low. Abhishek wanting that single but sent back and rightly by Rahul, keeping it safe. Doesn't want to lose any more wickets inside this power play. This time chipped and getting across for a quick single and a misfield will allow them to come back for the second two. That's good running between the two. Abhishek getting that single in. Double in fact. So just the 5 runs coming off the over at the end of the fifth. Now it is 41 for 1. So a change in the bowling this time is going to be Mehul to continue in the sixth over. Time for some left arm off spin up against the right hander Abhishek. He starts off by playing that one behind square. And this time a swing and a miss. Very close to finding the off stump. This time very close to the tram line and missed by the wicket keeper, allows them to get across. So 3 runs of the over so far, halfway through it. And straight away it's picked up and it won't quite carry to the fielder, but superbly fielded there. He's done well and he saved 3 runs for his side. So at the moment they are doing a very good job out there. The Avighna All Stars not allowing the opposition to run away at the moment. This time charging down the track, a bit of an edge. Couldn't quite middle that one. And Abhishek, not quite happy with himself, gets a single in. So the left arm spinner will come over the wicket now to the left-hander Rahul. And he's played it straight to the fielder at mid-on. So at the end of the 6th over now, it is 47 for 1. So the fielding restrictions have been uplifted, which means 5 fielders will be allowed outside the inner ring now. So everyone at the boundary line is in front of square. And now they have kept a deep backward square leg for the left-hander Rahul. And straight away it's gone high in the air. Chance for the bowler himself. My word, it would have been a very bad collision. But they have somehow managed to hold on to it. And that's the second wicket. And a wicket for Yash Parmar off his very first delivery. Well, Rahul going for a big swing towards the leg side. He was very early into that one. It was a slower delivery. And Yash Parmar breaks this partnership, and now the Navjivan Warriors are 47 for 2 after 6.1. So Nitin Sanap comes in at number 4, and an excellent delivery first up by Yash Parmar towards him. So the end of the power play proving to be fruitful for the All Stars. This time will be given as a wide, way away from the batter. Still the batter trying to fetch at that one. This time he's picked that one up on the leg side, and he's dropped an absolute sitter there. That should have been the third one down. The bowler cannot believe it at all. It was an absolute dolly in the end. Should have been taken. A chance dropped, and at the moment, Nitin gets off the mark and survives. This time he finds the inside edge, it's beaten everyone, and that will race away to the boundary. So not where he intended, but it won't matter to him because 4 runs to his name. That boundary will also bring the 50 up for the Navjivan Warriors. 53 for 2 after 6.4. Going at a decent rate at the moment. Once again hit in the air, won't quite carry to the field at the boundary line. And good backing up there, just a single. This time it struck the pad, a huge appeal, and the umpire not interested, not sure why. It's been given as a leg by. No bat involved at all. It looked very close to the naked eye. But they get a leg by across nonetheless. So that will close out another over at the end of the seventh. Now it is 55 for 2. A successful one for the All Stars. So Mehul continuing here in the eighth over and straight away nudged on the leg side and they get across for a quick single. Once again going for the big swing towards the leg side and he's missed out there. Continuing to search wickets at the moment. This time charging down the track, and that's the second time in a couple of overs that Abhishek has got a thick inside edge. Last time it went away to the boundary. This time he will get a couple of runs. Once again hit on the leg side. This time just a single. This time a swing and a miss. And this time he has done him. That's the wicket that they were searching for. They're 3 down now. And Nitin, who was struggling out there, has to go back to the pavilion this time. Once again, wanting to take the aerial route, but missing that one completely. And the leg stump is off guard. And they are now 59 for 3, the Navjivan Warriors, at the end of the 8th over. finally we continue. Yash Parmar continuing here, and he starts off by bowling a wide delivery. This time a wide delivery. They get across as well. So not the best of the starts to this over. That will be a dot delivery. He's picked this one up this time, and that's gone racing away to the boundary. So a boundary for Kaushal Trivedi, a good way to get off the mark. Well, he's a very capable batsman. This time he finds the boundary. So back-to-back boundaries here for Kaushal Trivedi. This time a single taken. Well, in fact, it's a dot delivery. This time picked up in the air, chance of a catch and taken. That's another one for Yash Parmar. And Kaushal Trivedi's short stay at the crease comes to an end. He scored just the 8 runs, 2 boundaries for him, and now has to take the long walk back to the pavilion. So Pranay is the new man in, and he starts off with a dot delivery that closes out the ninth over with the score at 70 for 4. So Yug Rakesh Jain will bowl this 10th over now. And appears to have he is going to come around the wicket. And he starts off with a perfect Yorker Len delivery, wanting to take the big swing. Abhishek. Well, Abhishek, who has been at the crease since the beginning of the innings, has been struggling somewhat now. This time he's picked that one up and he's picked the gap perfectly. So a boundary of the second delivery. After an excellent delivery first up, he concedes some runs. This time nudged on the leg side and another single taken. So trying to keep the scoreboard ticking at the moment. This time a swing and a miss. Once again going for the big swing towards the leg side, missing out. Once again hit towards the leg side. So another over coming to an end at the end of the 10th. Now it is 76 for 4. So a single taken this time by Abhishek, in fact Pranay. And Yash Parmar continuing into his third consecutive over for him. Once again hit hard down the ground, but not quite able to find the boundary. And a huge appeal this time. The umpire not agreeing to the bowlers and the wicket keeper. This time it's picked up on the leg side, and he's found the fielder there. So at the end of the 11th over now, it is 84 for 4. So Yugrakesh Jain continuing, starting off by giving away a single. Not quite able to get the move on at the moment. He's picked that one up. Chance of a catch and taken. They have lost half their side now, the Navjivan Warriors. And the first one here for Yug. Abhishek, who has been at the crease from ball number one, has to depart now. A well made 30. But his stay comes to an end here. And they are 85 for 5 now, the Navjivan Warriors, in a spot of bother. So Yug starts off with a wide delivery up against the new batter Sunil Punjabi. So Pranay at the moment struggling out here. He continues to struggle. Hope he's all right. He is getting some medical attention out there now. It can be very dangerous when the ball just hits you in the rib cage. This time he finds the fielder at square leg, gets across for another single. And this time played in the air, chance of a catch once again and taken. That's the second breakthrough in the over. And Pranay also has to depart, who was struggling out there. Well, the misfield and the overthrow allowing them to get another wicket here in this over. And the Navjivan Warriors, well, this innings at the moment heading nowhere. 89 for 6 now after 12 overs. So 89 for 6, and out comes Mahendra Kothari. He joins Sunil Punjabi. Two new batters at the crease, both of them yet to face a delivery. And Mehul is going to bowl the next over, who's taken one scalp already, would be looking to add a few more. At the moment, they need to stitch a partnership here. Already 6 down after the first 12 overs. Nicely played down the ground for a single. This time played nicely on the leg side. Once again, a flighted delivery, offering a lot of flight on that occasion, and finds the fielder in the deep. And this time a huge appeal, but it was definitely off the bat. This time hit hard down the ground. And a miscommunication between the two, but will just be a single. So 4 singles of the over so far, of the first 5 deliveries. And it's a leading edge chance of a catch once again, but will fall well short of the fielder there, who was inside the circle. And appeal here for a run out, but he's made it in time. So just the 5 runs of the over at the end of the 13th. Now it is 94 for 6. So Yug continuing into his third over. He's got a couple of wickets. Would be wanting to add a few more. This time bowling it onto the pads. This time should be a wide down the offside, and it is. Coming around the wicket to the right-hander, and that is an issue. Once again, he just lets that one go. Once again an appeal, but the umpire not interested at all. This time it struck the pad, but he's coming around the wicket to the right hand, the pitching outside leg maybe. It would have definitely gone on to crash the stumps. But the angle is never going to favor the bowler there, Yug. 2 for 13 for him. He's bowling an outstanding spell out there. It's in the air once again, and once again it will evade the fielder. And a single taken. This time played down the ground. So Sunil Punjabi keeping himself around. That single will bring the 100 up for the Navjivan Warriors. 100 for 6 now after 13.5 overs. Well, they have been struggling and they're continuing to struggle at the moment. But this partnership going along nicely now. Trying to rebuild. This time played down the ground. Gets across for another single. So at the end of the 14th now it is 101 for 6. So Mehul continuing and straight away played in the air down the ground just for a single again. So Mehul into his final over now. 1 for 15 for him in his 3.1 overs. Just the 5 more deliveries left for him. And he won't be happy at all if he goes out with just the 1 wicket. This time played back to the bowler Mehul. And it's a big swing and a miss. And that's the big wicket of Sunil Punjabi. And they are 7 down now, the Navjivan Warriors. The second wicket for Mehul, which he was searching for since quite a while now. And the Navjivan Warriors, well, who were stitching a partnership at the moment, lose another one. It is 102 for 7 now after 14.3. So Prasham comes in at number 8 with the side in huge trouble at the moment. A huge appeal once again. Mehul searching for his third wicket. He's got one more delivery left and still an opportunity available for him. He's placed this one on the offside, gets the single off the mark of his third delivery at the end of the 15th now. It is 103 for 7. So Yogit continuing in the 16th over, a change in the bowling, and Prasham takes another single. He gives the strike back to his senior partner Mahendra Kothari. So number 8 and 9 at the crease. And this time it's nudged away on the leg side. The chase is on. Will the fielder be able to make it? And he does well in the end to reach that one, but will go away to the boundary. Couldn't quite keep it inside. And And this is good now for the Navjivan Warriors. They're on to 109. They have 5 more overs left. It's been given as 5 wides, 29 deliveries more. And how would they love to add at least another 29 from here on? And it's got a leading edge gone high in the air. And what's happened out there? How has no one managed to get underneath that one? The wicketkeeper and the bowler himself ball watching. And Mahendra Kothari survives. A scare for him on this occasion. This time a misfield. And just a single. Well, at the moment, the All Stars will be hoping to bowl them out. And these two just sticking around at the moment at the crease. This time a wide on the offside. Nicely defended on this occasion. This time just past the outside edge. So the score is at Nelson and a couple of dots. Nelson, the most unlucky number in cricket. You see most of the wickets at 111. Yogit into his final delivery of the over, and that's another dot delivery to close it out. So at the end of the 16th now, it is 111 for 7. So Preet Rathod continuing in the 17th. And he starts off with a wide delivery down the leg side. They have conceded plenty of extras, especially down the leg side. A lot of wides in this innings. This time a shorter length and nudged nicely on the leg side by Mahendra Kothari. Takes the single. Well, they will be happy if they get somewhere around the 140 mark at the moment. The Navjivan Warriors. It will be something at least to bowl at for their bowlers. This time very close to finding the outside edge. So 20 more deliveries left now in this innings. This time picked up and he's found the gap past the fielder at square leg. That will go racing away to the boundary. So not quite what he intended, the bowler. And it's beaten the fielder out there. Superbly played in the end by Mahendra Kothari. A welcome boundary this one. This time he's found the gap on the offside. That's superbly played once again behind square. An excellent square cut. So getting some important runs in for his side. That closes out another over at the end of the 17th. Now it is 122 for 7. So Yogit will continue into his second, and it's played in the air. Chance of a catch and taken. Well, he's been really good out there, Ankit. That's another catch for him. And they have broken this partnership once again. Prasham going for a big heave. Not sure if he should have done that. And Kothari will lose another partner here. 122 for 8 now after 17.1. So Abhishek Haran comes in now at number 10, and he will have to stick around at the moment with Mahendra Kothari. Just the 16 more deliveries left in the innings, but they have only 2 more wickets to play with. They want to try and make sure that they play out their 20 overs. He gets the single once again, a misfield there at cover. He's left the ball quite a few times now, allowing them to get across for another single. This time charging down the track, finding an inside edge. And he's found the boundary. In fact, he's beaten the fielder there at long on. And another boundary here for Mahendra Kothari. That's his third one. Well, not quite in control of that one, but he will take those. And he's really getting some crucial runs out here for his side. 19 of 12 for him now. How important will this prove to be later on in this game? This time charging down the track and a thick inside edge. It's gone towards the fielder at deep backward square leg. And just a single on this occasion. So it brings Abhishek Haran back on strike, the number 10. An opportunity here for Yogit to get another scalp. He's got one in this over already. He's taken the wicket of Prasham. Can he take another one? Well, it's gone right through. It's past the stumps. This time it won't quite reach the fence. And they are wanting to come back for the second. They will run on the throw. And they make it quite comfortably in the end. So a couple of more runs added to the total at the end of the 18th now. It is 130 for 8. So Manish continuing now. And he starts off by giving away a single to Mahendra Kothari. He will be happy with that result because he will get an opportunity now to bowl at the number 10, Abhishek Haran. This time it struck the pad and the outside impact just being outside the off stump. And a dot delivery. This time hit superbly hard, that one by Abhishek Haran, but he finds the fielder out there in the deep. That was a big swing of the bat. All of that just for a single. So he's done the right job there. He's got Mahendra Kothari back on strike, who at the moment holds the key. It's gone high in the air. Chance of a catch once again. And he's not going to miss out on that one. Well, he has been practicing that a lot even before the game. And they are 9 down now. Mahendra Kothari has to go back to the pavilion on this occasion. 132 for 9. A decent effort by Mahendra Kothari in the end. A well-made 21. And he had no other option in the end now to go for the big one. Couldn't quite time and capitalize on that one. So just the one more wicket left now, and Lucky will come in at number 11. And a couple of wickets for Manish as well now. So this time a wide delivery by Manish to the number 11 batter Lucky, and they get across for an extra run as well. So a couple of wides, and the Navjivan Warriors will be mightily relieved that they are into the 130s here. They have 8 more deliveries left, and how would they love to get somewhere in the region of the 145 mark? They were really struggling to get even to 100 at one stage. This time carved on the offside for another single. So a single this time for Abhishek Haran brings Lucky back on strike. Just the one more delivery left now in this over. And this time a wide down the leg side. And it's gone towards the fielder at fine leg. Once again nudged on the offside. So the over coming to an end at the end of the 19th. Now it is 136 for 9. Abhishek Haran will be on strike for the final over. So it's going to be Yash Parmar to bowl this final over, and he starts off nicely. He's gone straight to the fielder at mid-off. So a dot delivery to start with for him. This time hit on the offside, and he's found the gap. That's another boundary for Abhishek Haran, and they're into the 140s now. Superbly played that one. Once again, he's picked that one out. These are very crucial runs here for the Navjivan Warriors. They are eyeing the 150 mark now. It's 144 for 9 with that one. That's an excellent shot inside out. And you would be surprised that he's a number 10 batter. He's raced on to 13 of just 9 and giving Yash Parmar the treatment. So he's got 3 more deliveries left. How many more can he get? He's batting like a proper batter at the moment. He's not a tail ender. And this time he's missed out on that one. Denying the quick single as well, keeping the strike. He sent that one back to the bowler. So a couple of dots now, and a good comeback here for Yash Parmar. So the Navjivan Warriors will be mightily relieved to see that they are going to play out the 20 overs heading into the final delivery of the innings, and they will feel that they have put a decent total here. Charging down the track, it's in the air. Will it clear the fielder? Yes, it will. And he's brought the 150 up for the Navjivan Warriors. 150 for 9 is what they finish at. And it's been an exceptional effort by the tail enders here, especially Abhishek Haran now in this final over, getting some very important runs for his side. So the target will be 151 for the Avighna All-Star when they come out to bat, and we will be back for the chase on the other side. So we are back here for the chase. The target 151 for the All-Star, and it is going to be Rakesh Jain and Preet Rathod to open the innings. Rakesh Jain starting off with the dot delivery up against Kaushal Trivedi. Once again, nicely bowled. So they have posted a decent total here. The Navjivan Warriors, 150 is a decent is what they will feel like, to say the least. At least something to bowl at for the bowlers. And if they can get a couple of early wickets here, they can give themselves a chance in this game. This time nicely defended. So three consecutive dot deliveries, and he's been right on the money at the moment as Kaushal Trivedi. This time he hits it hard but straight to the fielder. Once again defends that one. So nothing on the board. Still one more to come in this over. What different can Rakesh Jain do? They are creeping back into this game. They have the momentum. This time a thick inside edge. So a maiden over for Kaushal Trivedi first up. At the end of the first, it is not for naught. So it is going to be Sunil Punjabi to continue in the second over. He's going to come around the wicket to the left-hander Preet Rathod. And this time it's gone right through, and that will race away to the boundary. So they get off the mark here. It's via four byes. They will take those. Both the openers yet to get off the mark at the moment. This time it's played nicely and he's picked the gap perfectly. That will race away to the boundary. So a boundary off the bat on this occasion. And finally back-to-back boundaries here. That will help them. and getting a move on inside this power play itself. 8 on the board now, all of a sudden. This time played down the ground and he's hit that one into the gap as well. The mid-on fielder was very wide and he's placed that one to perfection too. That's 3 back-to-back boundaries now for the All-Star. So not the kind of the over that they wanted after a maiden over the very first. Once again, nicely defended off the back foot. This time, maybe just flicking the pad. Well, not quite so. It's been given as a wide by the umpire. This time the ball just keeping low. So that closes out the second over. 12 coming off it. At the end of the second, now it is 12 without a wicket for the Avighna All Stars. This time played on the leg side up against Sunil Punjabi, and even Rakesh Jain in on the act. That's a second boundary, this time the intended one. So this partnership looking very good at the moment. And he's picked this one up, and that's been hit very long, and it's gone all the way. The first six of the innings, and no surprises that it's come off the bat of Rakesh Jain. So this time a huge appeal, but the umpire not interested at all. It's gone high in the air. An easy take for the wicket keeper, and that's the first one down. It is Rakesh Jain who has to walk back. And finally, they have broken this partnership here, the Navjivan Warriors. Well, they started well after bowling the maiden over in the very first, but they have conceded a plenty of runs. And Rakesh Jain was starting to look very good out there. A six to his name and a couple of fours. His innings come to an end for a decent enough 15, 15 of 13 for him. It is 37 for 1 now, still 114 away from this target. So in comes Ashay Gupta at number 3 with his side cruising at the moment. And he's played that one nicely, Ashay Gupta. This time hit hard but straight to the fielder. So at the end of the fourth over now, it is 37 for 1. So it is going to be Prasham to continue, and he is going to come around the wicket to the left-hander Preet Rathod, who has played a decent hand out here at the moment. And this time the ball is skidding through the surface, and it's been given as a wide by the umpire. It was very close to the tram line, and another extra added. This time nudged on the offside, and another single taken across. So Ashay Gupta yet to get off the mark. This time a fuller length and very close to the stumps. Had that been on the stumps, that would have been curtains for him. And Ashay Gupta at the moment struggling to get off the mark. Once again hit down the ground, but straight to the fielder. So once again a bit of a struggle here for the All-Star, not quite able to get going. And this time he's found the gap. Well, that is the class of Ashay Gupta. Picking the gap to perfection, past the fielder at gully and shot third. And he gets off the mark in some style at the moment. Superbly picking the gap there. This time he's picked this one up. Has it gone over everyone? Yes, it has. A perfect shot through the offside. There is a fielder out there in the deep, but it won't matter to him. He's picked that one to perfection. And they are posting a very good total at the moment in this power play. Once again hit hard, won't quite be able to beat the fielder there at mid-on. So that closes out the fifth over. At the end of the fifth, it is 49 for 1. So Sunil Punjabi into his third, continuing here. Once again, played back on the offside. And once again, he finds the gap there, Akshay Gupta. Another boundary for him. Now they need less than 100 as well. Just the kind of the start that they wanted inside this power play. So the third dot delivery of the over, but not quite able to get the wickets at the moment, are the Navjivan Warriors. He hit this one hard. And has he beaten the fielder there once again? Yes, he has. Another boundary. So that will make it 9 of the over. Still one more to come. Well, in fact, that will be the over. And at the end of the sixth, now it is 58 for 1 in cruise control at the moment. So Prasham Kundalia continuing outside this power play. Now 5 fielders will be allowed outside the inner ring. And not sure how, but they need some wickets here. Do the Navjivan Warriors. Otherwise, this game will just keep on slipping away further and further from their grasp. And this time, an awkward bounce of the pitch. Superbly bowled. And he's left that one nicely there. So, waiting for the bad deliveries there, Akshay Gupta. He has got those long levers. Well, just the 92 more required from here on. This time, trying to cut that one through the offside. He's picked this one up and he's picked it up all the way. That's gone for a maximum. It's a shorter side and the shorter boundary taking full advantage of that one. Another maximum here now for Akshay Gupta, and they are inching closer to victory now, trying to get these runs down quickly. Just the 86 more required from here on, 86 from 80 deliveries, trying to make light work of this chase. Once again played uppishly, and the ball will race away to the boundary. Once again, it's beaten the fielder out there at third man. Well, they have kept a short third and a deep backward point, who is also a third man somewhat. And another boundary here for Akshay Gupta. It's not off the middle of the bat, but he will take it. And he will keep on taking with open arms. 28 of the 16 for him. He was struggling to buy a run at the beginning of his innings and now cruising and dealing in boundaries itself. And this time he sent back his partner, so a dot delivery to end the over. At the end of the seventh, now it is 69 for 1. So once again, continuing with the right arm off spinner Sunil Punjabi into his final over. He has taken the only wicket of the innings. This time nudged straight to the fielder out there in the deep, and he brings Akshay Gupta back on strike, who at the moment is seeing the cricket ball like a football. This time plays it on the offside, but straight to the fielder. And this time a single taken. So keeping the scoreboard ticking at the moment. Once again, hit hard, trying to get underneath that one, but straight to the fielder. We will have the score graphic updated for you in a while from now. This time nicely defended by Akshay Gupta. And that closes out the over at the end of the 8th over. Now it is 73 for 1. This time playing that one on the leg side. Preet Rathod. This time trying to nudge it on the leg side. Well, they have been kept quiet since the previous over. This time it's chipped back to the bowler and he's gone. So the second breakthrough, and Akshay Gupta, a well-made innings of 31 coming to an end. He hit those fours and sixes. He entertained us and now has to go back to the pavilion. So 74 for 2 now in this ninth over. They are in a very good position at the moment, but if they lose a couple of more wickets here, they could be in a spot of bother. Once again, superbly bowled there, just past the wicket keeper, and they have kept it down to just one as well. So a bit of an overthrow. Still, they don't decide to take that run. So 75 for 2. He's picked this one up nicely. Will that carry the distance? Yes, it does. It's gone over everybody, and that will release a lot of pressure of the last couple of overs. He's picked that one up superbly inside out, and a maximum for Preet Rathod on this occasion, the opener. So just the one more delivery left in this over, and it's gone right through. So a dot delivery to end for Rahul, and at the end of the ninth over now, it is 80 for 2. So 71 more required in the last 12 overs, and it is going to be Abhishek Haran to continue, who scored those important crucial runs at the back end of the Navjivan Warriors innings. And he starts off with a wide delivery, is it? Not quite so. The umpire does not signal that as a wide, and Rohit is not happy at all with the decision. Not sure what is not given for. In the end, the umpire signaling that as a wide, and now he plays it back to the bowler. This time he's hit that one up, swiveling across, and Rohit gets off the mark with a boundary. So trying to get some quick runs in here. And this time a thick inside edge, and the ball is racing away. The outfield is very quick, and the fielder couldn't quite reach there. And another boundary here. So a couple of boundaries here for Rohit. This time trying to find the gap on the offside, but a dot delivery finds the fielder. Once again, bowled short, and the fielder getting around, and he's done well to stop that one. It was going over him, and just a single. So keeping it away from the boundary line. So Preet Rathod back on strike, and he nudges it on the offside. So that closes out the 10th over. It is 92 for 2 as we head into a short drink break now. So Rahul continuing in the 11th over, still 60 away from this target. 60 more required from 59 deliveries from here on. Once again, nicely bowled there. He's picked this one up, and the fielder takes it. A good catch there. It was in the air for a long time. He must have had a lot of thought in his head before collecting that one. And they have lost the third wicket now here, the all-star. Preet Rathore, who was at the center stage since the beginning of the innings, has to depart now. It was there to be hit. And it is 91 for 3 now, 60 more required. And once again, giving themselves a chance here, the Navjivan Warriors. So 91 for 3, and Ash Mehta will come in at number 5 here. Starts off by facing a dot delivery. So 60 more required from 56, 7 wickets in hand. And you would think that the game is very much in the favor of the batting side at the moment. It definitely for sure is. But you just never know in cricket, especially in a T20 game. A couple of more wickets here or there and a couple of tight overs can turn things around very quickly. At the moment, Rahul is doing a very good job out there. This time, almost getting through to the pad. Had that hit the pads, that would have been curtains for him. It was totally plumb. Managed to get his bat right on time. This time hit hard and hit into the gap for another boundary. Superbly hit that one. And he gets off the mark there, Ash Mehta. That will spoil the over at the end of the 11th. Now it is 95 for 3. So Pranay continuing into his second, and it's a shorter one, but the ball not quite bouncing that much as expected. And the batsman does well to take the single, Rohit. Once again, the ball just skidding through the surface. He's doing a decent job out there, Pranay. He's given away 10 in his first. In fact, it is Deepesh Bafna who is bowling this 12th over. He knows exactly the areas to be pulled at, and look at the bounce on that one. All of a sudden, finding a lot of bounce. So, is this the kind of the over that they were looking for? A tight one to put some pressure on the batters and forcing them to play a shot which is very unnatural. That could be one of those trying to play that one through the offside, trying to beat the fielder there at short third, but missing that one completely and into the hands of the wicket keeper. So just the one run of the four deliveries, three consecutive dots now up against Ash Mehta. This time he nudges it on the leg side and he gets across for a single. He's done well there. And finally he gets off strike. Well, still 54 more required from 49 deliveries. Still very much in control here, the batting side. And once again, it's kept low. And how has that one missed the stumps? I do not believe it. So just the two runs of the over, an excellent one by Deepesh at the end of the 12th. Now it is 97 for 3. So Rahul continuing in this 13th over. And he starts off with a dot delivery as well. All of a sudden applying some pressure on the batting side at the moment. And once again finding a lot of turn. And they're getting across for the single. A bit of a misfield. You don't want to see that when you're trying to apply a lot of pressure. It will be a single and they get across. And it will bring Rohit on strike once again. Once again a huge appeal, but the umpire not interested at all. Once again the ball keeps low, a huge appeal and it's been given. It's a stumping and they have got another one and all of a sudden they are right back into this one. The Navjivan Warriors. 98 for 4 now. Just the one run of the over and also a wicket of Rohit. In a spot of bother all of a sudden, the All Stars. So Manish comes in now at number 6, the left-hand batter. Rahul, who's taken 3 wickets at the moment, is lighting this game up all of a sudden. They have found a patch on the pitch where the ball is not really bouncing off the wicket. It's an appeal this time for a leg before wicket, but the umpire not interested, angling down the leg side for sure. Well, that is what happens. That is what T20 cricket is all about. A couple of tight overs, putting a lot of pressure, losing those wickets. And 53 required a 43, and at the moment 53 is looking way too far away for the All Stars. He's nudged that one towards the fielder at short third. A bit of a hesitation between the two, and another dot delivery to end the over. So an excellent over once again by Rahul at the end of the 13th. Now it is 98 for 4. So just the 3 more runs added in the last 2 overs. This time hit hard towards the fielder on the leg side. Deepesh continuing, conceding just the 2 in his very first. And Deepesh will now come around the wicket to the left-hander Manish. They have applied a lot of pressure on the batters at the moment. Once again the ball keeping low, a huge appeal. And the umpire not interested. He's wanting to come back for the second, and they have done well in the end. Well, it took a while there. Those couple of runs will also bring the 100 up here for the All Stars. 101 for 4 after 13.2. He's played this one in the air. Chance of a catch and taken. 5 down now. And the All Stars are throwing this one away at the moment. 101 for 5. And Deepesh gets his man. Manish's short stay at the crease comes to an end very early. Just the 2 runs for him. And they still need 50 more to win from here on. And Deepesh seems to be a wild card entry here for the Navjivan Warriors. Well, it's Yug Rakesh Jain who comes in now at number 7 with his side in huge trouble at the moment. losing wickets left, right, and center. This time played straight to the fielder. So a couple of dots to start with. Once again playing it down the ground. So a single taken of the last delivery at the end of the 14th now. It is 102 for 5. Still 49 more required of the last 6. So without any surprise, it is going to be Rahul to continue. And Rahul into his final over, 3 for 12 for him. He starts off with a wide one. Well, they need 48 more to win from the remaining 6 overs. They have to go at 8 and over. At one stage, the asking rate was below 6, and now it's touched 8 once again. The asking rate right at the beginning of the innings was 7.55. And the Navjivan Warriors are doing an excellent job out there. This time a leg by across. Once again, the ball just keeping low. This time a big swing and given as a wide immediately by the umpire. He's picked this one up, but will fall well short of the fielder there at long on. Just a single. This partnership holds the key at the moment. Once again picked up and played on the leg side, and a bit of a slip, but he's done exceptionally well there to keep that one away from the boundary. Superb outfielding there. This time a big swing and a miss. So just the one more delivery left now in this over. It's been an exceptional one once again. Just the 4 of it. And he's going to finish at 4. And an outstanding spell by Rahul coming to an end. 4 overs, 3 for 16. And at the end of the 15th now it is 107 for 5, requiring 44 more to win in the last 5 overs. time hit hard through the offside, and a big chance of a run out. Won't quite be able to complete the run out there. So a couple of runs added to the total finally, and finally they're starting to get the move on here. Still 42 away from this target, 42 from 29. It's not too much, but they can't afford to lose any more wickets at the moment. And once again, a huge appeal. The umpire not interested. And this time getting across for a couple of more runs. So that will bring the target down to 40 more required. 40 from 27. Once again hit hard. And he finds the fielder. This time a flighted one. He's picked that one. Almost picked out the fielder as well. It's spun away. That will go away to the boundary. And that will release a lot of pressure off the All Stars. Just what they needed. It does not matter how does it come. It's off a missed field, but it's a 4 nonetheless. And they need just 35 more to win from 25. And Ash Mehta is doing a decent job out there. And this time it's beaten everybody, and that's gone away to the boundary. So just the kind of the over that they wanted. And at the end of the 16th now, it is 120 for 5 for the one Avighna All-Star. So Kaushal Trivedi is back into the attack. 31 required from 24. They need another wicket here desperately. The Navjivan Warriors, if they want to stay in this game. Starting off with the dot delivery. It's not the worst thing in the world. And he's gone for the ram shot and a chance of a catch, and it's fallen just short of the fielder. They're not sure why would you do that at this stage of the game. It's a risky stroke and just a single. So we are heading in for a cracker of a game here at the Khalsa Cricket Ground. This time an outside edge and given by the umpire, and they are 6 down now. Nicely taken there by the wicket keeper, and in all sorts of trouble here. They needed the wicket and they have got another one, and it's Kaushal Trivedi striking gold at the moment. And it is 121 for 4 now after 16 and a half overs. Still 30 away from this target. So the new man in is Ankit Gala. Can he do anything different for his side? And once again, very close to the outside edge. But this time, not quite able to find the edge of the bat. This time, playing it on the offside, getting a single in. Still a long way away from this target at the moment. Once again, a big swing of the bat. And he finds the fielder, so he takes the single there. Yograkesh Jain. At the end of the 17th now, it is 123 for 6. And they need 28 more to win in the last 3 overs. So no surprises. It's going to be Deepesh Bafna to continue in this 18th. 1 for 19 for him in his 3. And he starts off by giving away a single. And the Navjivan Warriors seems to be all of a sudden, for the first time in this game, favorites to win this game. 27 more required of 17, just the 4 wickets in hand. And that single brings Ankit Gala, the new man, back on strike. Just 2 deliveries faced by him so far. This is turning out to be a very tight corner. It's struck right in front. The ball once again keeping low. And another wicket here for Deepesh Bafna. That's his second. And they are 7 down now and they are falling like 9 pins. A total collapse out here for the Avighna All Stars. Sahil Shah coming in now at number 9, and 27 more required, or 16. Who would have thought that the Avighna All Stars will be in a position like this in this game? They were cruising, absolutely cruising after the first 10 overs. They were 90 for 2 at the end of the 10th over. They needed just 61 more with 8 wickets in hand, and have a look at what they have made out of this game. Still 27 away from this target. Well, they haven't lost it yet. That's the good part for them. And the tail end has come in now, having the opportunity to try and get the side over the line. At the moment, Rakesh Jain needs some support. And the Navjivan Warriors have fought really hard here and have done an exceptional job. Especially this bowler, Dipesh Bhafna, partnered with Rahul, the two spinners turning this game around. And he's done him. 2 and 2 for Dipesh Bhafna. And he will be on a hat trick. 8 down now, the All Stars. And they have literally thrown this game away here. Would you believe it? They were 90 for 2 and are now 124 for 8. This has been an outstanding performance by the two spinners. First Rahul and now Dipesh Bhafna. That's his third, and he will be on hat trick now. So Shreyansh comes in now at number 10, and the first task for him is to keep the hat trick ball away. 27 required of 15. The asking rate has jumped above 10, and he starts off by hitting hard down the ground, and he takes the single and gives the strike to the main man Rakesh Jain at the moment. He's faced the 13 deliveries. And they are coming back for the second two thanks to the overthrow. What an absolute cracker of a contest this one now. Just the two more wickets for the Navjivan Warriors. And he's placed that one for a quick single. So he takes the single and keeps the strike there, Rakesh Jain. So at the end of the 18th now, it is 128 for 8. An outstanding spell by Dipesh Bhafna also coming to an end. 4 overs, 3 for 24 for him. And it is 128 for 8 now after 18. 23 more required in the last 2 overs. Well, it is going to be Kaushal Trivedi to bowl the penultimate over of the game, the most crucial one. Can he give 15 to defend in the last over? Once again, a ramp shot attempted there by Rakesh Jain. Not quite able to connect it. It's gone straight to the fielder and a dot delivery. And the pressure keeps on mounting on the batting side. 23 of 11 now. They need more than 2 a ball It is panic time for them now. They have cruised along this innings for the first 10 to 12 overs and all of a sudden losing way. And this time an inside edge, and that's gone away to the boundary. Well, not where he intended, but he will take those. And that will bring the target down to just 19 more required of the last 10. Can he get another boundary in here for his side? But he's gone for the ram shot, and finally he succeeded on that one. They had kept the third man very fine for it, but no chance there for the fielder. And a boundary of a low full toss. It was a Yorker end delivery. He was trying to get that Yorker in, and he's read that one to perfection there, Rakesh Jain. And that will bring it down to 15 more required of the last 9 deliveries. What an absolute cracker of a contest this one. Who would have thought that we would have been at this stage of the game at the end of the 10th over in this innings? This game is still very much alive. This time trying to play it with the straight bat. Well, they have kept that fielder very straight behind the stumps. It's like almost the second wicket keeper behind him. And a dot delivery allows them to put some pressure once again on the opposition. 15 of 8 now. He's picked this one up on the leg side. There's no one out there behind square on the leg side. That's another boundary. He's picking the gaps perfectly at the moment. He's playing it smartly. That's the third boundary of the over. And now just 11 more needed of 7 deliveries. And it's the final delivery. He will have to try and make sure that he takes the single and keeps the strike for the final over. Amazing bit of batting this. He's nudged it ever so well on the offside. He takes the single, keeps the strike. And at the end of the 19th now, it is 141 for 8. 10 more required of the final over. So Pranay will bowl this final over. 10 required of 6. And he's charged down the track. He's missed it completely. And they have sent the main man back to the pavilion with that one. A stumping. Superbly done there by the wicket keeper. And they are 9 down now. Rakesh Jain has to depart. He got his team once again right in front, and he has to depart now in this final over with the number 11 batter coming in, Yash Parmar. 10 more needed of 5 deliveries. And that is just exactly what the Navjivan Warriors needed. A wicket of the very first delivery, and that too of the big man, Rakesh Jain. So 10 more needed of 5, and Yash Parmar, who bowled exceptionally well, has a job to do with the bat now. So Yash Parmar on strike, 10 of 5, and he's gone right through. That will be game, set, and match. And the Navjivan Warriors are victorious in this game by 9 runs, 2 and 2 for Pranay in this final over. An outstanding performance by the Navjivan Warriors, winning this game ever so well. They were 90 for 2 at the end of the 10th over, the All Stars. They have thrown this one away, and they can't even believe it, what has hit them. Well, an outstanding game coming to an end. And that was it from another game in the Society Premier League. What a victory here for the Navjivan Warriors, winning by 9 runs, showing a lot of fight. And we will be back tomorrow for another one. Until then, goodbye.